In this episode, we're going to do a quick sky replacement in Photoshop using Blend If. So this episode is called Blend If Made Easy. Let's get started! Hi, my name is Jay. Welcome once again to Jay&Jane Photography. This is another Snippet Thursday episode where we're going to dive into Photoshop and learn how to cut and learn how to use Blend If. In the last episode of Snippet Thursday, we removed a black background, but this time we're going to remove a white background. So let me show you an example image. This is the before and the after. Before, after. Since I've already finished replacing the sky in this image, I'm going to show you another image which I haven't done. To start with, I'm going to drag and drop the new subject image. Gonna have to worry about the crop later. We have to put it on top. Then create a copy just to make sure you can easily compare the before and after. I'm going to use the same background sky for this one. So just making sure it's going to fit in. So you can hit Ctrl-0 to show the entire image, default zoom. Let's go ahead and crop it anyway. We're going to create a group. So as you can see, we have the subject on top and the sky which we're going to make into a background underneath it. Okay, let's turn off all the other layers because they're not needed. So I'm going to create a group, hold down Control and select the layers that you want to select. So in this case, we have the background and the subject layer. Hit Ctrl-G to put them into a group. Then you can transform to align it. You can rotate the entire group. Okay, then crop it via the crop tool over here. Okay, let's crop in a little bit from the right side as well. A little bit more rotation to make sure it's level. Sometimes if you took the shot from an angle, it's kind of hard to determine if it's actually level because you're not perpendicular to that horizontal object. So it's kind of hard. It's a guesswork. But, you decide for yourself. You want the line straight or do you want the feeling straight? Sometimes it doesn't feel straight because of the perspective. Yeah, I'm quite angled to the wall. Okay, but let's not worry about that. It's about sky replacement anyway. So now we got the two layers inside this group. The subject layer, let's name it subject so you won't get confused. And let's rename this to background. I'll just put BG. Okay, without the subject layer, this is what it would look like. And as you can see, we just need to replace the sky near the top of the image and some sky here to the wall. So this is how we do it. Right click on the subject layer, hit blending options. Then blend mode is set to normal, just keep it that way. Then go to blend if, make sure it's set to gray by default. And we're going to slide the whites down until the sky disappears. So it's really quick and it's pretty clean. It's even cleaner than the previous image I showed you. Had to mask some things there. But in this image, it's just one slide and you're done. Look at this. Yeah, you can slide further to remove more highlights. But as you can see, it's starting to eat away from the subject layer, which we don't want. Okay, so just find the perfect spot. I didn't tell you how to break it apart. The slider starts with just one slider here. You can break it apart to make the transition smoother by holding the Alt key and clicking the slider. So now you have two sliders. You can pull back on the left one. Okay. And expand it as much as you want. Yeah, to make sure that the subject is still showing and nothing's gonna go missing from the subject layer. Okay, you can hit OK once you're satisfied. Zoom in to check the image. See if it still looks natural. Okay. If some things are missing here, you may or may not want to correct that, but if you want to, this applies to leaves as well, some tiny objects that might disappear when you use Blend It. So just pulling back on this slider, yeah, brings back some of the subject layer. Okay, same thing with the right hand slider. Okay, don't forget to come back and zoom out to see if the overall image looks great. I haven't adjusted this image, by the way. It's set on neutral in camera, and although this is beyond the scope of this tutorial, I'm also going to show you some enhancements we can do right away. So let's go to the subject layer, make sure it's a smart object, right click, convert to smart object, then hit image, adjustments, curves. Now, it's a sky from a sunset, so there's a little bit of yellow in the sky. So it makes sense to add a little bit yellow to the highlights of the subject layer. So this is how we do it. You can go to the blue part of the curve, then create a midpoint here, drop the blue in the highlights to bring the yellows out. Dial down on the center point here. The more you remove the blues, the more yellow you will see. Now, if you're satisfied with the colors, you can hit OK. Let me check the shadows really quick here. Okay, let's boost the shadows a little bit in the subject layer. That's more like it. Here's the before, after, before, after. Just by how much you're going to enhance this image further depends on your taste. And if you run into any problems using BlendIf, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Hit the like button if you like this video, and see you next time. Bye!